Hi, I'm Louisa Higgins and welcome to Easy Arts for Everyone. Today we're going to show how you can make an art project that ties into a favorite book. So for this lesson I'm going to use the book The 100 Dresses. And this is a book that's quite old. It came out in the 40s and it's a Newbery Honor Award winner. And I love the book because it's timely even now, because it's about a young girl who's an immigrant to the country and she's having problems with bullying and fitting in. And people tease her every day because she wears the same dress to school. But she's always talking about all the dresses, the 100 dresses that she has in her closet. So the extension activity that's done with art is for us to draw a dress of our own design and then go ahead and paint it or color it with our own color choices and designs that we want to do. So that's a lot of fun. You can do this with any book. Like it could be Babar, or it could be Winnie the Pooh, or you could use Island of the Blue Dolphin and draw the main character. So this has a lot of versatility. I'm just going to show you how to do it with this particular book. So it's kids literature turning into an art project, and you also have the option to discuss the art after it's made or even write about it. So there's a lot here as a subject for study besides the fun part of making the art. So after you've read the book, then we're going to decide to go ahead and make a dress. So first you would draw your dress, whatever you want to do, in pencil, and then you would go over it in Sharpie. And I recommend Sharpie because if you're painting, then the color won't bleed into the, when the water's added. So I have a pencil drawing here that's probably too light for camera, so I'm going to quickly go over it with a Sharpie so you can see it very clearly. And so I had some fun with this dress, and I made it with grand collars, and I just kind of made it showy, maybe even kind of like a superhero dress. Like if I was some kind of superhero, what would I wear? And I'm taking care to add lots of details to it because that gives me more fun when I'm doing the coloring piece. So that has cuffs, and I'm going to do a big old belt here, and the belt is going to have a belt buckle. And then come down and do the skirt down here, part of the dress. And I'll put in a couple of lines for it to flow. And here's the neck piece. So there's my basic outline for a dress. And this is really fun because it could be any kind of dress that you'd like it to be. It's your invention. So that's where our creativity begins. And then we're going to add color. And I would talk to students or talk to yourself about how are you feeling today and what colors do you feel like. So because you're the artist, this is your piece, you can do whatever you'd like. So I'm using watercolor, and again I love to use a very simple and inexpensive pan, and it's dry until I add the water. So I have a cup of water here and a brush, and so I'm just going to kind of use the colors that feel good to me today. So I'm going to go ahead and you use the brush like a pencil, and you follow along the line that you made with the black marker. And you follow that outline, and then with watercolor, because it floats with water, you just back into that and move the color around. And if you have a mistake or a problem where the water or the paint is building up or running, then you can just use your paper towel and do a little blotting. I'm painting vertically, which isn't normally how you would do it, so I might have that problem. So not only can I just do simple colors, but I can decide that I'm going to add some pattern to it for interest. So maybe I want to do some stripes on my dress, because that's kind of fun in that section. And then perhaps in another section, I might decide, because I'm the artist and I have choices to make, that I'm going to do polka dots. So every section of the dress can be different, and you can express favorite colors, mood, favorite sports teams, really anything that you'd like. So you have two creative elements happening. One is the dress design, and two is how you choose to make that come alive through color. And I've done another version. This is the one I originally did in the classroom, and it's a more old-fashioned looking dress, kind of like the book. You can see lots of detail, and then with the watercolor, I did some fading of colors, blending them. But also for younger children or people who might not want to paint, this one was done with markers. So I did a little tank top dress, and then I incorporated a rainbow. So there's just lots of ways to go about this. So as with all art lessons, I want to encourage you to relax and to be creative, put the music on, and come up with something that pleases you. Thank you for joining.